Good evening, as I'm audible to everyone. Okay, so you all know that your advanced Java class is completed, right? But we are left out with few small concepts. Like in JDBC, we have batch processing and callable statement. And I need to explain you about basic MVC, Spring MVC. Correct? So only these three concepts are left out. I don't want to skip this because in interview, suppose if they ask any questions regarding to callable batch processing and basic uh, Spring MVC architecture, so you should be able to answer. Correct? You should be able to answer. So I'll just complete it for today. And then your mock and all will be scheduled by your counselors. Which trainer will be taking, which is a Google Meet for that, what like how many students at a time should join the Google Meet. All these will be given by the counselor. So till then you people can prepare for your mock. Till then you people can prepare for your mock. Okay. So I'll just complete these concepts which are left out, and from tomorrow you're free. 7 to 9, no classes, nothing. You can around say prepare. Fine. Few more questions are there. Few more important questions are there. For that, I will only give answers, how to answer and all. You people can just go through all those. But give me tomorrow 1 day time. By then, I'll share you all the questions. Fine. Okay, so directly we'll start executing things. I don't want to waste time. Okay. Is my screen visible to everyone? Yeah, okay. Okay, fine. So first we'll try to complete two concepts of JDBC. Okay, two concepts in JDBC we'll complete, and then later I'll give you an explanation about Spring MVC architecture, and then we'll wind up our class. Okay. Okay, guys. So I'll just create a simple Maven project. You people can also do this along with me. Just create a simple project for JDBC. Okay, so I'll give com dot JDBC and I'll give project name as sample JDBC and I'll just finish and add the dependency. We need to add one dependency, right? Add that also. Okay, so project is created, that is sample JDBC. Yeah, you can create Java project and you can add the jar also. No issues. So in bomb.xml, I'll add a tag dependencies, and here I'll just paste the dependency. Yeah, dependency is added. Did everyone create the project? And do people add the dependency? Have you added the dependencies and your project is ready? Shall we go for execution? Dependency. It's completed. Or you want me to wait? MySQL database once and 3 data is also inserted at once. So this is your batch execution. So as of now, in industries, we are not using JDBC, we are directly using Spring Boot and all those things, But this is important in your interview. Batch execution, stored procedure, prepared statement, advantages and difference. Difference between statement, prepared statement, callable statement, difference between execute query, and execute update, execute batch. All these 4 differences you people should know. And that's it. In JDBC, these are important things. Okay, can you people execute it? It is simple, right? For this callable statement and batch execution, I did not share the notes. Previously, when I shared JDBC, these concepts were not there. If it is not there, let me know. I will share these two. Okay, I'll share it. No issues. Just execute this, guys. Like this, you can add n number of datas into the batch at once. Yes, Christians, that is more than enough. Completed. Guys, everyone executed. Okay. So now we will try to understand MVC. Okay. Spring MVC. Can you tell Spring MVC is an advancement of which technology? Now, for instead of Spring, we have Spring Boot. Correct. For example, a simple example I'll give. In statement you had problem, we used prepared statement, correct? Like that. Spring MVC is making user or making the developers work easy, but it is used instead of which technology? Build on J2EE. Okay. Okay, so we have used servlets and JSP, right? We have used servlets and JSP. In servlets and in JSP, what we were doing, in servlets and in JSP, what we were doing, we were working with front end also, right? We were working with Spring Boot is separate, guys. Don't get confused with Spring Boot and Spring MVC. Okay, Spring Boot is more important when compared to Spring MVC. So I just completed all important concepts. Fine. Now, Spring MVC is usually for your front end purpose. Like in servlets, what we were doing, we were trying to take the input from the users in the form of forms, right? We used form. We created a HTML form. We tried to display, redirect the page, forward, like all these we were doing. Like we were working on with front end part. Yes. So here we had few issues. For each and every request, we should create a servlet page, correct? For each and every request we need to send, and for each and every request we should get response, we should get servlet page should be created. Yes or no? We did our application, I guess, student application or something we did. So servlet page should be created. Servlet page should be created, and that is one big disadvantage here, because for each request you should have a servlet. For each response you should have a servlet, which was the big disadvantage of servlet and JSP. So instead of servlet and JSP, we have Spring MVC. Instead of servlet and JSP, we will be using Spring MVC. So in servlet and JSP, how this web.xml was working, all this, you know, right? That is internally used by your Spring MVC. It is internally used by your Spring MVC. So how it is used, that is none of our business. Yeah, we know that Hibernate uses JDBC. How it is used, that is none of our business. It is using, we are working. We should know how to work with it. Similarly, here your web in servlet you have something called as web.xml. That web.xml is simply called as web container. Okay, so that how Spring MVC uses the web container. You already know how what is the use of web.xml. So we need to understand how to work with Spring MVC now. So if you wanted to know how to work with Spring MVC, then you should know the architecture of Spring MVC. Spring MVC has its own architecture. You should know how that architecture works. Then you can write the code. It is similar to how you write your Java program. And so what is this MVC called as? This MVC is nothing but model view controller. Usually we will be dealing with model, view and controller. What is this model? You should know. What is view? You should know. What is controller? You should know. In interview also they will be asking these questions only. What is MVC? What is model? What is view? What is controller? How exactly it is working? What is the architecture of it? All these questions only they will be asking, and I'll be covering it now. Okay. Understand the flow. Okay, just assume a real application. Okay, just assume a real application. Okay, here we have the this is our client. Let's take this is our client. Okay, client means who's using the application. So if you are using any application, you will send a request, correct? You will be sending a request. Let it be sign in, sign up, you want to register, update, delete, let it be any request, but request will be sent, correct? Now this request will be taken by your controller. It will be taken by your controller. So this is in MVC, in your Spring MVC, this is called as friend controller, or it is also called as dispatcher servlet. Dispatcher servlet. It is called as dispatcher servlet. Fine. So first thing is, when client sends the request, it will be going to your friend controller or dispatcher servlet. Let's take the client needs to register into the application. Client need to register the application. That means the request will be sent. In request, what will be sent? The data will be sent, right? The name, email, ID, password, phone number, address. All these data will be sent in a request to register. That user should register, so all this data will be sent. Correct? Friend controller will collect it. Friend controller will collect it. And that data which is collected by the friend controller, it will be again moved to the your controller part, your DAO part and all. Okay, so that data we call it as model. The data which is sent, from the friend controller, that data we call it as model, nothing else. Okay, so from here, where the data will go? You people completed your Spring Boot project, right? How many layers you used in that Spring Boot project? Don't leave about Spring Boot project. Usually in project, how many packages did you create? How many different packages you created? Okay, you created DATO, DAO and controller, right? So first it should hit the controller, correct? First it should hit the controller, and then it will go to the DAO. It will go to the DAO. After going to this, it will get saved into the database, correct? After this, data will be saved, correct? So whatever model, whatever data is sent from the friend controller, that will hit your controller layer package, DAO package, and then further the data will be saved into the database. After data is saved into the database, that is your Java object, correct? That is your Java object because your program is written in Java. So in return, what you will be getting? You will be getting a model object. You will be getting model object. Now, friend controller will get the model object, and that object is your Java object. Okay. So can you send the response in Java object? Will your browser understand Java? Will your browser understand Java? Will it be able to take the Java object and display it into the client browser side? We cannot send the response in form of Java object, that is your model object. So what happens here? This model object will be collected. This model object will be collected from your friend controller, and it will go to your view resolver. It will go to your view resolver. Now what this view resolver will do, it will take the model object, it will take the model object and it will return the view and model object. It will return view and model object, that is nothing but it will return the object in form of browser understandable language. That's all. The terminology is what they use here is model, view and controller. But in simple words, if I need to tell, it is a data, it is a Java object and then it will send the object in form of browser understandable object. That's all. But all these terminologies you should know, so I am just using it repeatedly. So view resolver will send the, it will send view and model object. View and model object, and this view and model object will be sent in form of response to the client, so browser can understand it and according to that it will display it to the client. Okay, so this is your model view, that is your MVC architecture. This MVC architecture is important. They'll not ask you to draw architecture and all, but you need to explain it. You need to explain it. Whenever the client send the request will be accepted by the front controller, or it is also called as dispatcher servlet. Okay, so that data is called as model, and that model will be again further passed to the controllers DAO, and then the data will be saved into the database. Once the data is saved into the database, that object, that is the model object, will be sent back to the dispatcher servlet. The model object will be sent back to the dispatcher object. Since the browser will not understand the model object, or browser is not capable to understand other language objects, we require a view resolver. That view resolver will take the model object, it will convert the model object into view and model object. View and model object means the object is in the form of browser understandable language. So once the view resolver will convert the model object into view and model object, then the front controller will send the response to the client and the response will be displayed in the browser. So this is the workflow of the Spring MVC, or this is the architecture of the MVC model. So this is how you need to explain. For that, this diagram will be helpful for you people. Okay, so that is why I have given it neatly. Did you understand? Did you understand this? How it is working? Yes, can you connect it with with any application? Yes or no? Just the architecture. Yeah. Okay, so this is all about your Spring MVC, guys. In Spring MVC, you don't have anything extra because you understood your Hibernate, you understood your mapping, you understood how to create controller, how to create DAO, DTO, all those you understood. So Spring MVC is just, you need to understand the workflow, nothing else. So what I will do is, I can just explain this theory part and wind up the class. But I want you to execute one simple example with respect to this front controller, model object, view and model. So all these, at least if you execute one small program, you will understand. So what I will do is I will just execute one small example and I'll share that example in the group. Okay. So along with this architecture. Fine. So I'll go back to my Eclipse. whatever terminologies I have used here, I'll be using the same thing in the example also. Just listen, concentrate, okay? So what I will do, I'll create a project. You know, right, for servlet based applications, how the project should be created. You people forgot or you remember it? File new. Should we create a simple Maven project or what else should be done? Should we create a simple Maven project? Not simple, right? It is a web app project. So we'll go to next. We'll go to next. So what I should write? Am I audible now? The screen visible? Yes. Okay. So I just selected the web app 1.4 version, and then I have given group ID as com.smvc and spring MVC sample, and then I'll click on finish. So project is getting created. Project is getting created. Okay, project is created. So what I will do, I'll just right click on the project. I'll go to properties. In properties, I'll go to Java build path and I'll select JRE libraries and Maven dependency, apply and close. Okay, so now I'll go to pom.xml. I'll go to pom.xml. Here we have dependencies. So I'll just paste all the dependencies. So what dependencies we should add here is, we need to add Spring Web MVC dependency. I'll share these dependencies to you people. If not from this pom.xml, you people can take it, and you know how to take it from MVN repository also. Okay, so Spring context dependency will give all the basic functionalities of your Spring. We need Spring Web MVC because model view controller we should use, and then we should have servlet, and then we should have servlet. Along with that, we need to use JSP API, because instead of HTML we can go with JSP, because in JSP we can write HTML code as well as Java code. So these dependencies I am using. I'll just save all the dependencies, and then I'll update the project once. Okay, done. Now, the first thing is we require friend controller, correct? The first thing is we require friend controller. Yes, in the architecture I told you, right, friend control is required because that is only accepting the request, it is sending the request. So where should we create the friend controller, or where should we configure the friend control? Friend controller, you can configure it in your web XML. In your web.xml, you can configure the friend controller. So how to configure the friend controller? You people already know you need to use your servlet mapping. Yes, do you people remember in servlet how you were using? The same thing you need to use. URL pattern mapping. Yes, inside your web app, I'll just be using servlet mapping. And here servlet name I have given MySpring MVC. And here I have just given MySpring MVC. And I'll just update the project. I'll share the dependency in group to you people. So you people also can do it along with me. Yeah. Create a project. It is not a sample project. You people know how to create a project, right? Create the project. And then add the dependencies. Completed till here. So we are just using the friend controller, that is nothing but your dispatcher servlet here. Okay, we are giving the fully qualified name which is in your Spring framework, and then we are just giving the URL pattern, any URL which will start with slash. Any URL you start with slash, all those URL will be considered. And what is the name we are giving? Spring, my Spring MVC. We are giving the name. Okay, so this is your friend controller configuration. We have configured our friend controller file. So now we need to tell the Spring, right? We need to tell the Spring like from this particular package, I will be mentioning all the controllers. I'll create a controller and all those controllers are present in this particular package. Your base package configuration, which we have done similarly here also in MVC, you need to do the package configuration, base package configuration, your sub package configurations you need to do. Okay, what I will do, I'll just create a new package. I'll write com.smvc.controller. So this is the package com.smvc.controller. So which is my base package com.smvc. So any package which starts with com.smvc, from that you can check my controller classes whichever I create. Where you should give that configuration in your web app, just create a JSP file. Just create a JSP file with whatever name you have given here, with whatever name you have given for the front controller. So I'll just right click on the, here it is my Spring MVC. I just copy this, right click on the web app, JSP file, paste. Along with this, you should give -servlet.xml. -servlet.xml. Sorry, you create an XML file, not JSP file. New, where is XML? Other XML. Yeah, I have XML file option here. Paste -servlet.xml. Okay, so you need to create a XML file. Till here, you will complete it. Sorry guys, how we need to create JSP file, I told it in the same format, but you should create inside web.inf. Create XML file in web.inf. One XML file is to configure your dispatcher servlet, that is your front controller. Now we are creating a XML file in which you will be configuring the base package. Bean you have used, right? We have used the bean tag. The same configuration we will be doing here. So your base package, I am mentioning it as com.smvc. Base package, I am mentioning it as com.smvc. So I'll share this also. When it comes to your Spring related project, it is very important to specify your base package either in XML format or in your annotation based format. Okay, this is very much important. Done till here? So once after writing the entire code, I'll explain you I explained you the flow and architecture, right? The same way I'll explain here also, so you'll have some idea. So done with the web.xml. Web.xml, in which we have configured our dispatcher servlet, that is your front controller. And then we created another XML inside WebINF, that is my Spring MVC -servlet.xml. So here we have configured the base package. Done till here? So now I will create one user controller. Okay. In the same package, I'll create a class. User controller. And I will annotate it with controller. Here I'll just write a method public Spring print. I'm just taking a method. So here I'll try to return display.jsp. I'll return display.jsp page whenever the client hits on the URL called /message or any other URL, whichever you feel like mentioning. Okay. So here I'll just give request mapping, and when the client requests for the URL, that is /msg, then this particular JSP file should be returned. This particular JSP object should be returned. Object is in the string format as of now. Object is in the string format we are trying to return. But actually it should be in the HTML format or in the JSP format. Correct? So what we will do here is we will create a display.jsp file. We'll just create display.jsp file. So inside web app, I'll just create a JSP file and I'll name it as display.jsp. So the object will be sent in the form of HTML so that the browser will understand. So I'm just mentioning a simple message as of now. Hi, welcome to Spring MVC. Welcome to Spring MVC. Okay. So try to create a user controller and a display.jsp, and then I'll just execute and show you the flow. So here we need to add the server. So Apache Tomcat 9. Next, browse the server location. Where was that? Documents, softwares. Yeah, I have it here. Okay, done till here. So after adding the server, I'll just run this project on server. I'll just run this project on server, Tomcat server. Next, finish. So server will get started. Server is getting started. Okay. So now here I'll just explain you the workflow, how exactly it is working. Now let's say we are the client, we are in the browser side, So here I'll just use this URL. Okay, so it is localhost, we are in the localhost. So HTTP localhost, which server port we are using, 8080. And then what is the project name which we have given? It is spring_MVC. Or I have just sample. Is this the project name which we have mentioned? Spring MVC sample. Yes. Now, slash. on hit of which URL, that is MSG. So client is requesting for MSG. From the browser, when the request goes, when the request is sent, that is enter, when the request is sent, it will go to the front controller. From that front controller, it will check where is the controller page. From there, it will return in the message in form of browser understandable language. That is, it will go to the display.jsp. From display.jsp, it will come to the browser. So I got hi, welcome to Spring MVC. So it took time to browse, and then you got this output. Immediately you would not get the output, right? Because from your from the request send, it goes to the front controller. From the front controller, it will check, okay, the URL is slash MSG. So that in that particular request mapping, we have return string. We are returning a string, that is display.jsp, but string format cannot be understood by the browser. So it will go to the display.jsp, it will convert, it will send the message, whatever is written in the display.jsp, to the browser. So this is the workflow which I execute. It takes some time. It will just browse, and then it will display the message. So I got hi, welcome to Spring MVC. Okay, so this is the flow, and this is how the code also will be written. You need to start from front controller, and then you need to give the configuration for base package, and then you need to give the mappings properly, and then the JSP page required based on the requirements you need to display. Okay. So that's it about Spring MVC. This, if you will be able to explain, then it will be well and good. So this project, I will share it to you people. Okay. So I have informed that I have informed to your counselors and HRs, stating that advanced Java classes completed. Actually, I got a call from them 2 days back. Okay, so they were like, "Ma'am, did you complete JDBC and Hibernate concept?" So because this class is only for your J2EE concepts, not for your framework. But I told them I have completed the entire framework concepts also, so don't need to provide any extra classes for that. And they were like, okay, fine. So they'll start providing interviews for you people. So how much is possible, and extra concepts also I have covered, which is important for your interviews. I did not leave any simple concepts. All questions and all theory parts, execution, everything I have done. Now it's in your hand. You need to practice more. The more you practice, it will be easier for you people. If not, you will face the difficulty. Okay. So everything, your syllabus and extra concepts also, everything is covered. Okay, so from tomorrow or day after tomorrow, the schedule for mock will be sent to you people in group. Fine, according to that, you people can take up your mocks, and the rating will be given. So done with your advanced Java classes, guys. So all extra concepts also completed. I hope I did not miss out anything. Fine. And I'll share you few more important questions. I'll just share it to you people. Fine. I just wanted to inform this and complete these sessions today. Done. So you can, we'll wind up the class. Yeah, notes I'll send whatever is left out, whatever is required for you to clear your interviews, all those I will share it to you people. No, MVC is not important, guys. Spring Boot is important. Please work on Spring Boot, okay? Like you people only take few projects and start working on it. Yeah, I have shared, Akash. That is more than enough, okay? So counselors or HRs will be contacting you people. Yeah, Spring security is important. Microservice is also important. In future, you will be having more scope on security and Spring microservices. I told you people, no, you need to work on all those concepts. When you're in a company, they'll just tell you work on security, work on microservices. You people should learn and you people should work. Okay, all those are important, but it takes little time. Further future projects, whichever you work, that time it will be important. As of now, Spring Boot is running in your industry, so work on this. Okay, fine. So we are done with the advanced Java classes. So you people can leave. Thank you, guys. All the best for your career and for your life. Okay. Thank you. So we are done with today's class. You people can leave the class. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, even I'll miss everyone. But I hope everyone will be in a good position future. Yeah, take care, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Pranali. So before joining this, I was a yoga teacher. Okay. Okay, Ashwini, I just forgot about that. Thank you for reminding. I'll share sample resume in your group. You can look into that and you can add points. Okay. Fine. Okay. No. Okay. I'll not delete this group. Fine. If you people do any mistakes, then I can tell. Idiots. Guys, you people have some requirements. Once after they announce the requirements, you can leave the class. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, guys. This is Vashita from HR team. Today, I'm here to announce a few requirements. Am I audible, guys? Okay, thanks. I will be sharing the screen now. I hope screen is visible, guys. Okay. Please take screenshot of this. Guys, you have 4 requirements. So once you're done with your class, check for which company you are guys are suitable and pin your details to HR, your name, contact number, and company code. If you meet this criteria, please take a screenshot of this, guys, and which company are suitable and pin your details to HR. Please take a screenshot of this, guys. Your name, contact number, and company code. Hope it's done, guys. I'll stop sharing the screen now. If you're done with your class once, please check the company which you guys are suitable and pin your details to HR, your name and contact number and company code. Hope it's clear you all. Guys, it's an offline interview, guys. Guys, if you have any inquiries, please contact your HRs or counselors. Hope it's clear you all. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, guys.
Okay, guys, so you people will get the requirements often. Might be they'll share it in group or might be in your other classes, whichever you join. Fine. So try to clear the interviews and get into a good job. So done with the class, and I hope requirements also are done for the day. You people can leave the class, guys. Is it so, Prakash? Nice. So your batch is something which is special for me and close to my heart. I have taken many online batches, many offline batches as well. But all these closeness depends on how students interact, right? If students don't interact properly, then we'll just complete the class and we'll keep on moving. But here in this batch, I have a good connection with everyone. So this batch is very special to me. Vishal, I was busy from past 4-5 days. Okay, it is not only for you. I did not see the messages just because continuously I was getting messages for notes and interview questions. I immediately shared it, but I was not able to look into each and every message and reply. But I'll do it. Okay, I'll just reply for, because I'll get many messages, right? So that's the reason. Okay, so Vishal, I don't know which is your number. Can you just ping me once again? Okay. You did not send any messages, right? Whether you have error or exception, I did not get any message from you. Okay, fine. What exactly you wanted to know about IT and government job? So in IT, you will be working on projects. Right? Similarly, in government based also you have projects. So continuously you will be getting projects in government side. But in IT, it is not like we don't assure you always get the project. If they don't have project, or if there is no demand for you working there, you can be kicked out anytime. But in government it is not like that. Once you get into government sectors, you will continuously be in projects. If not, also there is a job. The job is secured for you. Fine. Yeah. Vishal, I'll share the entire pom.xml. Fine. Coding from where you should practice. So your programming classes are completed. Once you complete your programming class, you will get idea, because there is one website. I forgot the name of that. Yeah, you have something called as Coder Byte, Hacker Rank, Top Coder. So all these are good websites in which they'll give you many. You have something called as Hacker Earth also. That is now recently everyone are working on that. So you can work on all those Hacker Rank and Hacker Earth, because in your companies, when they ask you in your interviews, they'll ask you to solve few logical programs, right? Maximum programs they will take from Hacker Earth and Hacker Rank. Only from those they will be taking. So just log in into those one is Hacker Earth, HACKEREARTH, and then other one is Hacker Rank, HACKERRANK, Coder Byte. You can register into any one of the websites and you can start coding. They'll give you questions. Yeah, coding round, maximum of the questions they'll take from these websites only. Similar, it will be similar. So just try solving. The solutions also will be there, but before looking into the solution, you try to solve it. They'll give you online panel. Then you can write your code and you can solve it. Okay. Hacker Rank is one website, Hacker Earth is other website, and Coder Byte is another one. So these three are very good. These three are very good. You can any one of them you can use. It will be helpful for clearing interviews in your coding round. You have something called as coding round, right? You can clear that easily if you practice in these websites. So there will be from easy level, medium level, and difficulty level. So easy you can aram se clear. Why? Because you have gone through your Java, right? And then if you complete your programming classes like string, numbers, pattern, array, all these if you have completed, then medium level will be little bit fine. Difficulty level is you should use your brain. The more you use, you will be able to clear the program, write the programs and get the output. Okay, fine. Fine guys, so done. I have given all basic ideas also. Hope all this will be useful to you people. Done. You can leave the class now. Fine. Thank you, guys. Yes, I can speak Prince, right? Prince. Yeah, even I'll miss you all. But what is there? We have mobile, we have group. People can still be in contact. Okay, thanks. Thank you, Ganesh. Thank you. Miss you all. Yeah, sure. I'll share. I'll share, guys. I'll share the sample resume. I'll share. You people can refer that. Yeah, Ganesh. Sure, I'll share. Thank you, Lakshmi. Bye. Miss you all. Take care. Thank you, Nitin. Sure, I'll share. Give me 2 days time. I'm just I'm little busy, but give me 2 days time. I'll share everything. Okay. Projects, resume, notes, questions, everything I'll share. Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, Rutik. Fine. Everything will be shared to you people in group. Okay. Thank you, guys. Bye. Take care. I'll just leave the class now. Okay.